Welcome back everyone to another episode of XanTech. And today we have a good one. I'm going to be taking one of these Western Digital SN850X 1TB NVMe M.2 drives and installing it into my girlfriend's computer. Now, I've been using these for quite a while now. In my computer over there, I have the SN850 1TB, and I also have the SN850X 2TB. The 1TB one I have comes with a heatsink on it, and you can also get these without the heatsink. The one that I'm putting in my girlfriend's computer here will be the SN850X 1TB edition with no heatsink. So before I get that installed, let me tell you a little bit about this drive in case you want to get one for yourself. Okay, so the Western Digital SN850X comes in three sizes. You can get it in 1TB, 2TB, and 4TB. Now, one thing to note is that only the 1TB and 2TB editions come with a heatsink, but the 4TB one doesn't come with a heatsink, so you will have to use one of the heatsink covers on your motherboard. But like I said before, always remember to take off the plastic that's covering the thermal pad, because you don't want that melting and sticking all over your computer. It's not very nice. Anyway, so to continue with the SN850, this is a PCIe Gen 4 drive. Each of these drives has a read speed of 7,300 megabytes per second and a write speed of 6,600 megabytes per second. Each of these drives can be used in your PC or even in your PlayStation. They support Windows 8.1, Windows 10, and Windows 11. I haven't yet tried these in a console, but here they're pretty good considering the consoles these days don't come with very large hard drives. This is definitely the way to go. If you're interested in purchasing any of these drives or for more info on them, I will be leaving links down in the description for you guys to take the info in at your own leisure. Okay, and now come a little bit closer. I'll show you how to install this into your motherboard. Okay, so now that we have the case open and the graphic card out the way, it's time to install the SN850X. Now, the motherboard that I'm going to be installing on is the Asus ROG Strix B550F Gaming Wi-Fi 2. Now, some of you may know this board. The ones that don't, you're going to have two M.2 drives here, and the top one, the one that's closest to the CPU, is the one that's going to be the fastest port, the fastest NVMe slot on your motherboard. So that's the one that we want to install this on. This is going to be her primary drive and her boot drive. So we want that to go as fast as possible, which is why we're putting it in the top slot here. So come in for a closer look and let's see how it goes in. Okay, so first off, we take our trusty iFixit screwdriver with a magnetic tip and carefully undo the screws on the NVMe M.2 cover here. A few rotations should do it. Just hold it in place if you're doing it upright like I am so that it doesn't drop off. A few rotations should do that. Take the cover and pull it away, exposing the M.2 slot right there. Now, this drive that I got for her didn't come with a heatsink. I didn't order the heatsink one. I don't think it particularly needs it, but it's okay because the cover here has the thermal pad. But don't forget, before you attach this, remove the plastic covering. I've seen lots of people forget that. I've been guilty of that myself when I was rushing. So before you put this on, remove the plastic cover. Now let's get to the NVMe drive. Now, as you can see here, this is where you slot in the M.2 drive, and then you've got little standoff screws here, 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 and here, because these come in various lengths. So depending on the one that you got, you might need to remove the standoff and put it here, here, or here, so that it fits accordingly. and that the standoff screw slots into this socket here. Now, some motherboards come with these screws pre-attached. This one, however, the B550F Gaming Wi-Fi 2 by Asus, doesn't. So you might have to get that from the baggie that comes with the motherboard. I forgot to do that, so we'll pause here while I find the screw. Okay, so now that we have everything prepared, it's time to slot in your M.2 drive. So you need to put this in at about a 40-45 degree angle. You will see over here there is a little notch. If I can get that to focus. No, I can't. Just about. Yeah, there's a little notch here, and there is a little notch corresponding to that also on the slot on the motherboard. So you just line that up, put it in with just a little bit of pressure, and as you can see, it'll be raised up. That's totally normal to be like that. Then when you're ready to put the screw in, just hold it down over the little screw. The screw, what's it called? The little doobry, and then gently screw in the screw. So let's do that now. Okay, so gently hold the drive in place, put in the screw. Hopefully you're not as shaky as I am. Tighten it just with a teeny tiny little bit of pressure. It just needs to hold it in place. It doesn't need to be tight. Then you can let it go, and there you have it. Your M.2 drive is installed. Now all that's left to do is take the heatsink. Remember to peel off the plastic. Okay, so like I said, peel off the plastic covering the thermal pad, and then line it up with the screws. Hold that in place, and then tighten with your trusty iFixit screwdriver. And there we have it. The M.2 drive is installed in your motherboard. Okay, so now that's in, time to put the graphic card back in, put the case back together. Okay, so now that's installed into her computer. All that's left to do for me is to clone her other hard drive onto this, because this is going to be her primary hard drive. But I'm going to leave that for next week's video, where you can tune back in and I will show you the cloning process and making this the primary drive. So until then, take care.